The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's no intro needed. We just gonna jump right into this all the way, Cowboy Nation. If you guys don't know, my name is Law Nation, and I got my guy AKOYE Media in the building. Come on,
Salute the
man.
Law
Yes,
Nation, man. The
indeed.
originator.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, man. No, man. You are the film guru guy. You know, I give
Appreciate it.
that to you on the defense and the offensive side, the way you break
Appreciate
things
that.
down. You, my guy, Vach Lombardi, and as
100.
well
Shout
as
out
a
to
whole
Bosh.
bunch of other guys that do this film, like my guy Balls Cowboy Sports, the
Yeah.
OC. So we got the beautiful film room committee over here because in Cowboys land, in Cowboys world, we talk a lot of Cowboys football and we break it down
Facts.
and we give them the science of it all. So
Facts.
yeah, this is my guy Koye for those who don't know, man. So talk to me, man. Give me a vibe on this game that we just played this past week.
Oh man, it was an exciting game. You already know how that goes. But
Mm-hmm.
although I'm giving the credit to the defense, I think the defense didn't surprise us. They did what we thought they could do to a young
Right.
quarterback in Wilson. We have some tests coming up, and I thought that the more pressing and more important, you actually mentioned it, the more important thing to look at, because we were pressed for time to also break this down, was looking at this Salah and Ulrich defense, because it's modeled after a defense we're very familiar with in the
Yeah.
49ers. So I looked at the offense. I wanted to see how Mike McCarthy was able to get through some of the hurdles that that Kellen Moore wasn't able to
Right.
against this same style defense, and what he was doing to get guys so wide open. Because I kept seeing, it's like, how the hell is CD Lamb constantly this wide open?
Yeah.
And then there's other things that's from the scheme standpoint. But when you look at
Right.
it from a quarterback standpoint, we all go back and forth whether you like Dak, don't like Dak. I do a lot of time defending some of Dak's play and then hearing things that sound kind of crazy to me when you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you're comparing them to young quarterbacks like Fields and saying that these guys
Right.
are in the same league. To me, that's ridiculous talk. And I think
Yeah.
Dak proved that in this film. And I'm going to break it down for you. But when you
Yes,
look at the
indeed.
film and you start like really breaking down some of the things he was doing as far as like throwing guys open, which is
Right.
things I was criticizing him about not doing, threading the needle, making like tight window throws. He was doing a lot of that,
Right.
throwing on the run, as you just showed right here on this highlight. There
What,
was a
what
lot that Dak was doing that I was very impressed with, and I'm going to show it. We're going to rock
yeah.
out with it
Well,
here.
let's jump into some film analysis. This was just the B-roll. So my guy Koye, he got all of the ingredients that you guys need,
I'm
and
gonna
here
jump
it
over
is
to
right
that
here, man.
screen real quick.
Yes, indeed. There we go, right there.
All
So
right,
so you
let's
got the
start
film.
back.
You need for me to move out the way, or do you
No,
need? Are
you
we
you
good right
you
here?
we can
We
blow
good?
it up. Blow it up. We could take our faces off. If I think we not blocking nothing. I don't
We
think.
ain't blocking
I'm going to
anything.
that screen, so I'm gonna be able to see everything over there anyway. So don't even worry
Okay,
about that. Yeah,
good.
but the
It's
first
all you, man.
perfect. Jump in, say whatever. Ask
Oh
ask
yeah,
anything you want to say.
Texas
Whatever you want to say.
Coast.
But yeah, when you ask what the Texas Coast is, I asked the same thing. I wanted to see, what new ripples Mike McCarthy can throw in there that would like create confusion for a good defense, not an average defense. And what I saw here, like just on this look here, a
Yeah.
lot of the ways that Dak would look was all predicated on where his footwork was too. But
Mm-hmm.
if you look on at this play, this is just a simple out route for a fade route for CD Lamb from the slot.
Right.
But Dak had that play action, held those three guys on the back end. Dak's eyes moved both the linebacker and the nickel back to the flat so that
Right.
CD Lamb was wide open. And that's why he was open. He wasn't open because of the route he ran. All he had to do was just simply walk to the fade, and Dak's eyes did the rest. And I thought that
Mm.
was impressive. Both Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott using some of his skills and some of his tools to get CD Lamb open. But I was impressed by this throw right here, man. This is when I said Dak
Okay.
is pissed. Because where you want to go against cover two is where in that yellow dot in the middle of
Yeah.
the field. That's where you want to go. Threading the needle on the sidelines, it's like
Yeah.
you gotta be on time. You can't play because that safety is crashing down over the top of that almost every time. And when you look up the top, he checks the release. Once
Yep.
he looks at this release, he said, "Okay, I want to just make sure CD is clearing this guy. And CD is clearing DJ Reed, who is not a slouch cornerback,
No,
and
he
Dak
not.
sees that." But now what Dak does and what he does here is where I say Dak is at a different level, because he didn't stare this down like Wilson does with Garrett Wilson later in this game on the opposite side
Okay.
of the ball. He goes away from that CD Lamb, and he looks at this safety, which
Right.
moves this safety back. You see him taking those steps back to the middle of the field. That is Dak doing that. So he moved him.
Oh, he manipulated that
Yeah, he
because
moved him and then he beat him.
Okay.
So once those 3 steps were the difference in this throw. Without Dak doing what he just did, he wouldn't have made those 3 steps, those 3 false steps, which would have put him right in line to blow this up because he was right there. Boom, right there. That's throwing the guy open, looking the safety off, and making a tight window throw all on the same play. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it, and then making it so that CD is safe on that throw as well. CD ain't get blown up, even though he could have. He ain't get blown up on that play, and that's because Dak perfectly placed that ball. And that's a lot harder than it looks against cover 2, especially a team that runs cover 2 like they do. Here's another thing. This was controlled aggression, and because we saw a lot of aggressive plays from Kellen Moore.
We did.
We were back against it, and we ain't like it. When you can be aggressive, but you have to be controlled with that aggression. And this is what Mike McCarthy added to the scheme that I like. So he rushed that flat.
Yeah.
And you see Dak there threading the needle again, but he rushed that flat, that tight end to the flat to kind of freeze those linebackers so that he could squeeze that ball in there. And then the CD did the rest. They were just getting the ball in their playmakers' hands fast. And I love the hustle by Biadasz on this one too, because this show, when I saw this, I said, oh, this is a team that can make this is a team that can make it all the way. You know, because you got a guy that's a center. He ain't had to be in on that play. Yeah. Nobody would have fussed at him for not running up the field 20, 30 yards to make that play. Like, why are you even trailing that play in the first place?
Now if you pause and go back to that play, there was a tight window throw, because in an opening is when we look back at these type of plays, especially inside your own red zone there on the opposite end of the opposing team red zone there. If Dak Prescott hesitated at any time, that's picked off. That's for the pick six.
CJ Mosley, if you guys can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor?
Yep.
CJ Mosley right there. So you already know if Dak hesitates there, boom.
It's picked off.
Well, number one, if he hesitates, but two, if Hendershot's not running to this flat, then the other linebacker's like actually under this route in the first place. So it was just a beautiful play design, I think. You know, 1-man route. Nothing too creative, and don't try to trick everything. And then they were in 13 personnel, so they had 3 tight ends on the field. So they convinced the Jets to come out in a run defense package. They didn't have guys out there that can cover the field. So throwing out of these run formations is going to be big for us, especially with Dak under center. It's going to be big for us this year, man. But like I said, looking at that play, I just said, okay, I know this team can go far. But a lot of the things that Mike McCarthy was doing, like these routes, we were asking for rub routes, man. That's all that's in this. There's so many of them in this film. It's crazy. Watch the bottom of the screen, that route, that post that's at the bottom of the screen. That is Tolbert. Tolbert did a great job this game because the nickel blitzes, and Dak shifted this line to the left to take away that blitz in the first place. So they shift, that eliminates the blitz, and it also holds the linebacker so he can't get under this route because they're looking at Dak like he's about to run because he's sprinting.
Right.
And CJ Mosley has contained or has spy on this, right? So watch what Tolbert does. Tolbert knows that Amos can't cover CD Lamb anyway, but he runs into his jet stream and blocks him off, right? So that's a natural pick. He didn't even have to touch him. He just made it so he can't get over the top of this. And now CD is wide open. You can't get no more wide open than that. And if you keep getting CD Lamb the ball, who's great with run after the catch, this is the CD Lamb from college. Like this is the stuff we saw on film where I was like, why aren't we using CD Lamb this way? You know, more like a Deebo Samuels or a guy that you get the ball in his hands quickly and let him turn and do what he does. Like those are things that we weren't seeing under Kellen Moore's scheme. And this is not a beat up Kellen Moore session, but this is a Kellen Moore play right here. Since we're talking about Kellen, this is a seam route where Dak has to put this in there as well. Got to beat that safety. I would like it to be a little lower, but he did what he had to do. Got that ball in there. And he threw it behind him to try to get it, throw him away from the defender. And CD Lamb got blown up, but kept his hands on the ball on that one, man. And that seam route was beautiful. Dak wasn't hesitant at all. The one play he hesitated on, he almost threw a pick six, and that was to Sauce Gardner. But here's some of that Deebo Samuel stuff. Having CD Lamb blocking right there at the line of scrimmage, just throwing the ball right. That's like a natural screen. The one-on-one screen right there. You just let CD block and release. Watch these slant routes. These slant routes this is a 2x2 set tight. So this is a mesh concept where you have the rail route on the top of the screen with the running back, right? But you see that rub that was in the middle of the field that freed Turpin. If Dak didn't have pressure in his face and he got that ball out in front of Turpin, you see how much space he has. It's just Turpin and the safety after that, because Amos wouldn't have had a chance on that ball if Dak would have been able to put it out in front of him. So you see the concepts, and you see how dangerous this offense was against a good defense. It wasn't what they did to limit us to 30. It was what they did to kind of annoy us a little bit, because you see Dak kind of got that ball out where he needed it. But if
Exactly.
he'd have got it out in front of him, that would have been dangerous. Shout out to Deuce too on this one. I looked at a lot of the runs we ran. The only critique, let me pause it real quick. The only critique I would say I had on McCarthy, his play calling, although I knew what he was doing, he was trying to
Right.
butter those guys up and wear those guys down in the middle. I think he wasted too many runs on the inside, because when we watched the runs on the edges, you see we had daylight on the edges all day. It was like both, all
Did,
of
did,
them.
did, did you get that clip of inside the red zone? They did the speed out for 89, and he had the hole, but he kept on to the outside. Did you have that one?
I'm
But
not. I don't
you
think. No,
probably
no,
you
I didn't
probably
get.
have
I
it in
didn't
there.
get that one. I didn't
You
get
get
that
that
one.
one? Yeah, it
Was
was an
Hendershot
epic one.
running right?
Hendershot
No,
running in this same formation
yeah,
here,
nope.
13
I
personnel.
didn't. I
Mhm.
didn't. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one. But it was because of lack of time, though. But
Yeah.
what
It's
you
all good.
since we speaking of Hendershot, though, this is what you do with 3 tight ends that can run
Yeah.
like deers, man. Like, this is all wide open. Boom. He had
Boom.
Hendershot right here if he wanted it, and he had Luke, who got his first touchdown on this one. But you can see what they're trying to do. I think a lot of the red zone woes were because they were being a little conservative due to who they were playing. But
True.
I can see the writing on the wall. I'm gonna go back to this one real quick. I can see the writing on the wall as to what they want to do with these guys, though, moving forward. Law is like, it's crazy, man. This is what I mean by us not running the edges. And I knew, when
Mhm.
we were watching the film, me and Sky watched the film last week, and I said they're gonna have a lot of we'll have a lot of success with these one-on-one looks out on the edges, because they trust their defense so much. They don't do a lot of blitzing. They allow their guys to play in their gaps in their space and trust that they're going to do their job, which is a gift if you have the
Mhm.
talent, which they do. But it's also a curse when you have talent against you, because one false move, one false step, and it's lights out. It's gone. So it's a TD. And that's the same thing you see with TP here. TP, I think if Tyron Smith would have been able to get to his block, you can see he kind of crashes out there. See
Yeah.
there? Boom. If he
Boom.
would have got to his block, which got to this linebacker, CD can switch gears and actually accelerate and then just deal with Whitehead only. Where
Right.
he still beats Whitehead here. See, boom.
Still.
But he would have did it in a different stride. I think this play goes even further had Tyron been able to get into that gap and get on his man. But that just shows you how well CD can make guys miss. He made 2 playmakers miss in the hole, and
And,
that's
and
beautiful.
also when we add in, and not saying that the left guard did a terrible job, he did decent for what we was up against.
Oh
But when
yeah,
we add in Tyler Smith, it's
oh
a
yeah.
whole nother world,
Oh yeah, shout out
But
to
yeah,
Zuma, shout out to Bass. I think they both did a good job considering who they're playing. I didn't Quentin Williams and Moses. I think in the goal line sets they got in there and did their thing a couple times against the run. But other than that, the ball was getting out so fast they couldn't wreak as much havoc in the backfield as they wanted. And this is 2 weeks in a row that I noticed that, like, Dak had guys at his legs flying at him, but he's in sync with his footwork. And the scheme fits it, and everything is about timing with this scheme. This is why we were able to give guys like Aaron Rodgers
mhm.
trouble, because we would throw off their timing with our pass rush. And if you can't disrupt this timing of this offense, even though we have a guy in Dak who, if you do that, he's, I think, better on his feet than Aaron Rodgers is as far as running when he has those situations. I
Mm.
think, and actually throwing on the move, that's one of his things. So getting Dak out of the pocket doesn't even really help you when you disrupt the timing on this team. I think he's good at the broken down, impromptu type plays. But him being in the pocket, the way he had to be with Kellen Moore without the check downs, I think that helped him, because now
Right.
he has that presence, but he has somewhere to go with the ball almost every time. He knows where he wants to go with the football. You see a lot of decisiveness. Now, this play here, this is how you get a guy open when they're trying to follow you, or they're trying to trying to erase you with their playmaker. At the bottom of the
Mhm.
screen, you'll see CD Lamb against Sauce Gardner, right?
Right.
Now, watch what they do. It doesn't look that special, right? But watch
Right.
what they do. I'm gonna run this back. Run this back. Boom.
Yes,
Now watch what
indeed,
they do.
man.
Boom. They're just gonna move CD in motion. Watch this. As he moves
Okay.
in motion, the assignment changes based on the release. So Tolbert's going to release out and run a fade right towards Gardner.
Gardner.
Once he
Okay.
does that release, it's going to leave CD and CJ Mosley one-on-one. And CJ Mosley has deep inside leverage. He doesn't have any outside leverage whatsoever. So he's not going to make this foot race to the outside no matter what he does. There's nothing he can do here. Get what I'm saying? So just watch this here. Boom. Once they release, you'll see Tolbert's going to run that safety and sauce off. He knows that's his assignment. Widen out, run those guys off. Now you got CJ Mosley stuck inside, right? There's nothing he can do to affect this play. Dak has plenty of room and plenty of vision to throw this ball and room for error if need be, right? Perfect throw, perfect concept. Again, CeeDee Lamb wide open against a defense. This cover 3 San Francisco style defense that's been giving us trouble for years. He's wide open. Here's another run concept on those edges. Like I said, if and this is another block that Tyron didn't quite get to, and I'm not trying to pick on Tyron. I'm just saying,
right.
These are good runs. When he's at midseason form and we're at midseason form, and also when Tyler Smith is back, these plays become bigger plays, much bigger plays.
Let me see right here. Yes, indeed.
Let's go. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Tyron
he kicked out just a little bit faster.
It's because Whitehead hesitated. That little stutter step. Let me go back real quick. Because of this stutter step right here. Boom. That stutter step slows him up just enough where he can't get his hands on him. But if he gets his hands on him,
house call.
Look at what CD is looking at. Not CD. TP is looking at. There's nothing there, and that's blocked up over there. This route. This is another route I like. This is another concept I liked from Mike McCarthy. Man, you see on the front side. On the front side, his first read is this slant. If he likes what he sees on this slant, he likes the release. He can just throw this slant. But because nobody moves, there wasn't much action in the backfield that moved these linebackers and the safety. It's 3-on-1 over here when CD takes off on this slant. Once Dak sees that, he comes off of it real fast. And these are things where if he didn't have anywhere else to go with the ball before, he was just stuck with that, and then he would just improvise, right? Now Dak knows, okay, I don't see one. Watch his progressions on this play. Watch this. Boom.
Weak side,
don't see CD.
side.
So the CD, I don't like it, right? Now look at Luke Shoemaker in the middle of the field. You're going to go to Luke with a second read. Boom, right there. Don't like that either because CJ's sitting on it. He see that, right?
Sinkhole.
Immediately give rid of the ball. Boom. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do with the ball.
Bam.
Boom. And there go Lukey, Hunter knocking guys out too. You see Hunter up there knocking guys out the box.
Let me just see that play one more time because this is my first time looking at this one right here from this view.
This one, I love it. So boom, he sees CD. He see they sitting on that. Don't like it. He gets off, and this is what I mean by reading the field. I don't see a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of these young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Remember, Dak is the longest tenured quarterback in the league right now, and now that Aaron Rodgers is down. But a lot of these young quarterbacks that they're comparing to Dak, whether you think they have more potential or not, that's one thing. But I don't see a lot of them looking guys off and getting through their progressions as smooth as Dak just did right there.
Well, let me ask you this, though, AKOYE, since that's field side, weak side, and if you can look at it, CD he's inside on that slant. So even if Dak wanted to force it in there, he could have.
He could have. Well, one pop up off of CD Lamb's hands. You got 3 guys covering them. They are bracketing them. And that could be ugly, right? So it was just, I think it was just
it's a good read.
Smart. Let's play smart football, protect the football. We don't have to force anything. So why would we?
Yes, indeed.
I can see him doing that if we needed it. But what's the point when you got these guys, these running backs that can do what they do in space? I think Rico's, if not just as good as Deuce and TP when it comes to catching these screen plays and running, like the way he's cutting off of them. I like what Rico's doing. I think he's the reason Ronald Jones just got cut is because Rico out there balling, man. So I like what Rico's doing with the carries that he's getting. If you look here, it's an empty backfield, and we used to do this with Kellen, right?
Yep.
But we didn't have any concepts that gave confidence. It was a lot of all goals and a lot of stuff like that where it's 4 goals, everybody running up the seam, and Dak's still back there with no help, stressing out this offensive line because there's nobody that can chip on a play like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, Dak's just back there relying on his 5 guys in front of him. And You you give too much time back there, and we weren't very good out of empty backfield
Empty back. Yeah.
historically.
Yeah.
Now I don't think that'll be a thing. I actually like empty backfield when you run it this way. If you pay attention to this play, like I said, I saw Mike stressing out matchups and just creating things like linebackers aren't used to having to run over screens and run through screens and anything
Facts.
like that, or run through rub routes. Corners do it. Safety might be okay at it. We saw Amos have to do that with Turpin earlier, but you don't really see linebackers, no matter how good they are. I don't care if you're Fred Warner or CJ Mosley, they're not running around these very easy. And he knows I got a linebacker that's one-on-one with CD. You know, it's not like he gets the extra steps because CD's not in the backfield. He got him on the wing right there.
Right.
So we don't get those extra steps to kind of anticipate where CD might cut. I mean, where TP might cut. I'm sorry, where TP might cut. And you got CD in the slot that's going to run a interference on this one. So let's watch this. Boom. CD knows what's up on this one. He just runs a dagger route right at these guys. He runs right into the press. See, he knows he's getting pressed. He runs right into it and runs his guy right into the line. Right. And boom.
He trips. Yeah.
TP wide open. See what I'm saying? Wide open. Now, this all day, all season long, we're going to start getting bigger plays. This is a big enough play for me, but we'll start getting bigger plays off those types of concepts moving forward. And like I said, this is us with no preseason as the first team, you know, no real preseason reps. So this is literally this offense kind of revving up. It's not the offense at midseason form. So, you know, I think that like that to me just spells a recipe for success for us, man. Like I can't see a defense that can come in and easily scout this team and say, you know, even if you scout it perfectly, you know what we're trying to do. We still throw elements in there where it's like, how hard is it when you know you coming in there against CD Lamb and he still get 11 touches? You know, how hard is that? Like, how hard is it to stop him then? You know what I mean? Because if it was just him lining up like he was last year and years before, he easy to find. CD is still a good receiver doing that. But I think what McCarthy's doing with him is going to put him on the Devontae Adams level, you know, where you are the Keenan Allens. And I don't mean Keenan Allen's better than CD. I mean the amount of targets that he's going to get. Now it's going to put CD at a whole different stratosphere because he's going to get the targets he deserves and not hard targets. Easy looks where he's like, you know, he's half running back, half receiver because he's getting a lot of those chip and goals and things like that where are hitch routes where he's getting the ball and now he's out in space like a running back, like on the screen pass. You know what I mean?
Man, it's some great stuff. And when you start talking about how to attack and the principles and the concepts on how we attack, oh my goodness, this is a prelude onto when we face the Niners in week 5. And I'm seeing that everything that Mike McCarthy has been saying for all of these years, this will work tremendously for Dak Prescott as well as for CD Lamb in the run game.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on needing a power back? Do you think that we need that, or it was just more of the quote unquote, hey, the team itself is just going through the jitters and going through, hey, we just trying to pick up a new system and trying to be conservative. What's your thoughts?
I like what Rico does between the tackles, to be honest with you. I think you know, TP is good in there, you know, but I like TP more as a slashing back. You know, a guy that you put out there, you know, after you kind of wore guys down. I like him being used the way he's been used. And it's not because I don't think he can do it. Really, it's because he's on a franchise tag. I don't want them, and we want to get deep in the playoffs. I don't want them giving TP the ball 25 times to run up against defenses like this because he's not. I don't need him being a bell cow. We need TP being the home run hitter that he's always been. Think of like Alvin Kamara. You don't want Alvin Kamara getting 30 carries a game either. So I think Rico can do some of that, and so can Hunter Lipke. I think Hunter just going to have to figure things out when it comes to the offense. I think that's the only thing holding him up right now. But because he's young and he in the last 3 weeks of camp, he started catching on to the scheme. So he's still coming along. He's not fully there yet. They got packages that he's probably aware of and he has, but he's not all the way there. I think that's why you don't see him trusted in those situations. I think Mike McCarthy been smart with those young guys. He's giving them roles.
Right.
He's not putting the pressure on them. He's just getting them in there like, okay, this package is for you, Deuce. But I noticed in the Giants game and in this game as well, like he don't start giving them the ball till the game is kind of in hand. He ain't starting the game off giving the ball to his rookies. He's not putting a lot of pressure on them, but he's using them in roles that also, like you see with Tolbert here.
Oh my God! Break down Tober game for me, man, on what you was able to
In this
pick up.
particular game. Yeah, well, I looked at Tolbert like he's gonna start understanding what it takes to be a number one receiver based on his role, because he's doing a lot of the dirty work, clearing stuff out for CD. Also understanding what type of route concepts work for CD, and then when he's actually been called on as a possession guy, he's been doing pretty good. I think Dak missed him on a couple, but he's been doing pretty good. And it's an argument, if you want to argue it, that he should likely be while Cooks is out. If Cooks is out for any longer, he might be the number 2 guy here over Gallup at this point. And I don't know if Gallup's just getting off to a slow start or what. You can see Gallup here. He's not doing anything that's
one catch for 3 yards. Those are 3 yards right there, man.
Yeah. He's not doing anything that like tick you off, but it's like the separation's still not there yet with Gallup, and I want to see that. And I don't think the timing is there with both he and Dak. I don't know what their off-field regimen was this offseason, but I know Tolbert did a lot of work with Dak, and it shows. Like you can see them trying to work together. Gallup got blown up there on that slant, just to be honest.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Dak trying to squeeze that ball in there? I think a lot of people
I think he was trying to feed Gallup the ball more so than anything else, and he just let it loose. He ain't have time either. I didn't like that throw. I think those are the 2 throws I think got away from him where you like, he probably want those back. But I think he was giving his playmaker a chance to high point the ball. So, I understood it. But I just in the way we were playing, I just wouldn't have did it. That's all.
Yeah, right there in that moment. But we ain't gonna beat him down for that. No, the dude had 13 consecutive throws made.
Throws, if it's only 2 that you won back, against this defense, I can live with that. I can live with that.
Yes, indeed. Man, so overall, man, this was a great analysis, man. Great film session right here from you, man. Right now, this is just B-roll rolling, y'all. Hey, if you guys want us to answer any of your questions, just feel free. And we try to go at them. And shout out to our plug again, for the unbelievable footage. You know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Hey, so when we look at this and we start talking about, because only reason why we ad-libbing now because we was gonna do the defensive side, but we just ran out of time, man.
We could look at it, but I didn't chop it up though, so it'd be like ad hoc. We could just do that as a thing. But
let's give him a treat though. Go ahead and talk while I load the defense up. It's a big foul.
About the defense though is like this game to me was more impressive than week 1. Both offensively and defensively, because they were in this game, for the first, all the way into the third quarter, they were in the game. The Jets were, and everybody said, oh, Luke Wilson. I mean, we didn't think he was going to do anything. Or Zach Wilson, I think his name, whatever his name is. Zach Wilson, we didn't think he was going to do anything or whatever, right? Because he's a young guy. But Wilson played pretty good. He was giving us fits early on. I think we had to switch off because we had LVE spying him in the first half. And I think
look at that here right there, bro. Man. Oh, man, that D-Law right here.
Man.
Yes, indeed.
The way they played the edges, I think they're starting to learn. Like Dan Quinn told them in the first half, before you solidify a lead, go upfield instead of taking that diagonal route. They were rushing straight up the field.
Let me see if I can rewind on that defense.
Yeah, they just running straight up the field, sort of like a contain, but a little bit more aggressively. And I think that's why they weren't able to get to the edges the way they wanted to. D-Law did it here. Parsons did it on that play where he forced the fumble. They weren't letting those guys break that edge. They're not going to let you cut that corner no more as a running back. They still got some work to do with the quarterbacks, but as far as running backs go, I saw them on the edge doing a lot better.
Yeah, it's not allowing me to rewind. It's a 3 gig file, so. 3 gig file. So
that crazy. That's why I got on early. I started cutting it at 11 o'clock. It was like 11 a.m.
Oh wow, it's 3 gig
12,
file,
something like that.
Yes, indeed, man. But hey, it's rolling now though. Hopefully, we can see one of these plays right here. I haven't studied the defense yet. I just got this defensive side just downloaded, so I can't wait to comb through it and see what Damone Clark did because he's very silent in this game. Did you get a chance to see what he was able to do, or you haven't looked
He
at the
was in
part?
and out of the game so much. I
Mhm.
think that if anything, I saw more Bell than Damone, and I think that was because in the second half, Quinn did exactly what I asked, which was take LVE off of
Bam.
Zach Wilson and put Bell in there to spy him, and that's why Zach Wilson, if you pay attention, he
Yeah.
wasn't scrambling at all really in the second half. He didn't really get off at all. He was running in the first half, kind of getting on the nerves a little bit, but second half,
Mhm.
all that was put to sleep. So I think that's why you didn't see a lot of the Damone Clark stuff you wanted to see, where he
Yeah.
was kind of ripping stuff up. Is it frozen?
Yeah, it
Oh, it's
freezes
jumping
here,
away.
but I wanted to see if we can get this part right here of Parsons squeezing in through it was it the A gap coming off
Yep,
all the way
yep.
from
This is a good
a
game.
wide
Watch, no,
nine
don't
look.
watch
Yeah.
Parsons on this. Watch Osa lift this guy up and make it
Okay.
so that he can't recover and get a piece of Parsons. Watch this.
Uh.
Boom. That right there,
Oh,
that little hip move right there, Osa threw him out the way so he couldn't recover
good
and get
eyes.
back to block Parsons at all. So Osa deserves some credit on this play. I watched that. I was like, who lifted 60 up like that? And it was Osa right here. Boom. Him moving him out the way right there. 60 couldn't come up off Osa and get a piece of Parsons at all. So he cleared the way for Parsons on that play. Osa be coming into his own. When I said, hey, man, we didn't need a Jalen Carter because we got Osa. We got a guy that can give us 5-6 sacks. People call me crazy. And I'm not going to say that Osa is more talented rusher than Jalen Carter or Kalijah Cansey, but he's damn good, though. I give him that. Like for a guy,
Yeah.
285, like look at Osa right there.
He
Watch
took on a
right there.
double team right
He
there.
took on a double team, pinned this man down, and made it so those linebackers can get in there. So, Osa deserved a lot of credit for the way he's been playing for the last 2 games. I mean, that whole front 4 is crazy, or front 8, whatever you want to call it, because there's so many of them. But yeah, Osa is coming into his own. I think he's poised for a 10-sack season this year because he's not going to hit that rookie or sophomore wall. I think his motor going to be there this year. There you go again, right there, making noise, man, slowing him up so Hooker can go kill him, man. So Osa was doing his thing this game. I think he got 3 sacks now too. He tied with Parsons, man. So I like what I see, and this is without some guys, like I said, without Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith, without Donald Wilson. We got guys that's coming back, and these guys still played this complete. And I was impressed by this because we were able to win a game that was close most of the game. It wasn't like it wasn't the blowout that it became in the fourth quarter. And
Right.
those interceptions were gimmies because we knew what they were trying to do. Like they ran out of time. We know you're not running no more, so it made it a lot easier for us to play coverage and do what we needed to do. But I like what we were doing. Other than that, look at Osa again, man. This whole series so far, the
It's brought
sack,
to you by
everything
Osa.
has been Osa, man. Osa is a problem. Can't nobody say nothing. Like Osa's not like a role player. Osa is a man of his own. Like he's playing damn good. And Chauncey is too, to be honest.
He is. Yeah.
He doing his thing. Chauncey very violent. But look at Osa there. That was a triple team he just split. That's three
He
guys
split
on
them.
it. He ain't take a step back at all. He just got low. Let's watch that again, Lo.
Yeah, I can see if I can
there's
see if I
another
get
angle
back.
right here.
It's another
Watch how
angle.
many people touch him on this. Watch
They
this.
folded my guy Hankins too.
Watch this. Boom, boom, boom.
There you go.
Right
Sacrifice, man.
Come
Yes,
on,
indeed.
man.
Let me see if I can get back to that other angle, man, if it
That
don't
was
freeze up
beautiful.
on me. Yes,
And then
indeed.
body slammed the shit out of him after that. Let's get him out of here.
That's the 5:20 marker. If you got the full
this
clip.
it right here.
Yeah.
You
Here it
right.
is.
Next play.
Here it is right here. Next play. Yes, indeed.
Watch him.
I'm looking at Osa now. I'm looking at Osa.
He gonna get skinny. Just drive this man right back into the running back. Watch, boom. Took a knee, got right under it. Boom. When you take that knee, you split that double team. So he ain't take the knee out of force, but when you take that knee, you get skinny. And he got skinny, and that second man had to like kind of shed off of him because he ain't give him a full target. Right there, boom.
Bam.
As soon as he did that double team was ineffective. It wasn't nothing for him to hit. That was all.
Pretty much wiped away Dalvin Cook in this game.
Oh yeah.
And they can talk about the touches.
Knocked somebody the hell out this game too. I ain't never seen big man. And in college he used to hit like that, but I ain't never seen him hit like that in the NFL, man. LV was doing his thing. Took a bad angle right there,
You
though.
took a real bad angle right there. I
As
was
I
yelling
speak
during the
of it,
broadcast, "Come
soon
on,
as I
man!"
try to give you some help, bro. Let's see
Yeah,
what, yeah, soon as
yes,
let's see
indeed.
what you're doing this one, man.
Yes, indeed. If he was just a little bit faster, man. But if best angles take away everything, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep.
You
Good
reach it.
angles take away all that.
Yes,
But that is
indeed.
Brees Hall. Brees Hall ain't no joke, but
Yeah, he's
still.
like a 4-4 guy. He's really good though. But
Yeah,
they only ran him 4 times. So, and he got
yep.
mad. He tweeted out 4 balls, and
Yeah.
you know,
I would have been pissed off too. Like, and this is showing you why Nathaniel Hackett couldn't hack it. No pun or all pun intended, I guess.
yeah,
You know how people be like no disrespect, but they about to get real disrespectful. But
yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett couldn't hack it over in Denver because of I think a lot of his play calling was masked by the fact that he had Aaron Rodgers for so long. I think with Aaron Rodgers, some of this stuff doesn't look as crazy when you're not running the ball all the time. But um, I thought this was a close game for most of the game. So I was very surprised that they didn't stress the Cowboys front by running more. They didn't run at all, and they could have. So
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what they was doing, and why they did it. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
I'm glad
I
they
do
did it.
look at it like this though. Most teams they may stick with us to the first quarter and second, but we
Mhm.
gonna pull off in the third and fourth quarter regardless. This
Oh yeah.
defense come at you in so many waves, and
Yep.
Quinn is always trying to figure out ways to also take away what you do best, and the
Mhm.
Cowboys did just that. I'm quite sure that they came in with the game plan to run the ball, but we jumped up on them and they had to
Yeah.
abandon.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but we wasn't that far up. That's what I'm saying. It's like Parcells used to say, it's never too late to run the ball. Maybe the fourth quarter it is, but they
Yeah,
could have ran the ball more in the first half and even in that third quarter. But once fourth quarter hit and he started those turnovers, I mean, it was a wrap from there. But this is two games that you saw where we got a lot of good effects out of it. Like we got to rest a lot of our starters because once we get into the second half and those games get away from you in the fourth quarter, we got a lot of our guys that don't really need to press anymore. They're not playing anymore because of how well we took care of business early. So I like what I'm
look how
seeing.
they're pressing off of that edge right here. Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, you getting pressure on a screen pass. This is crazy. Look, this Parsons right here. It's all Parsons.
All day, man. Just
Yeah,
squeeze
like
right
you
around there.
getting pressure on screen plays. Like that's ridiculously
That's
fast. So boom,
crazy. Yeah.
ain't got no
Couldn't
time.
even let it set up.
Ain't got no time. It wasn't going nowhere anyway. Mozzie and LV was right
LV
there.
right there.
Yeah,
Yes,
they both
indeed.
right there on it. Mozzie had another quiet but okay game. I need him to make some noise against the run and in the pass, but I think he's getting a little bit more of his legs up under. I need him.
Yes, indeed.
I need more evil out of him. They're not running at him though. I noticed that though. The
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, nobody's doing anything towards him. Like when they see him in there, they run the edges. They haven't run at him, or they'll
Not
run
yet.
play action away from him. But they
See that
haven't run
double
at him.
team right there. And
Yeah,
then
he beat that double team to death, but they
yeah,
didn't run at
they
him.
didn't run at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, it's good, man. It's dope, bro. Yes, indeed, man. So hey, we got about 15 more minutes, man.
yeah. Let's talk.
Mac Mozzie is a plug. Yeah, I feel you on that. I just look at this particular team as far as the defense and what we bring to the table. I
Hmm.
don't foresee anybody that got the levels that we're stacked at. We're stacked at the safety room. We stacked at the DB room. Yes, we did give up a touchdown, but
Hmm.
Gilmore is not going to give you that many. Plus the safety whiffing on a tackle.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not going to
yeah.
happen all the
That
time.
touchdown, I wasn't even really that mad at that touchdown because it was a good angle, good throw, good defense. Defense wasn't bad, but just as he went to undercut that, it's just perfect storm. Hooker converges as well, and he just took slightly too narrow angle. And if he
Yeah,
widens out on that, then both him and Gilmore tackle him easily. But
yeah.
because he went narrow, he kind of cut Gilmore's feet off and cut himself off too. So I mean, we're gonna see that though. You especially when you're playing a lot of cover one. When guys get out there one on, you see they tried it right
Yeah,
there, the same
yeah.
concept. So you get a lot of cover one, you're gonna get that crossing route and those slant routes and dagger routes across the middle of the field. And if you're a good defense like we were last year, you won't notice that they're running as many of these as
Bam.
they are. You won't
Almost.
see. Look
Yeah.
at that. Like J. Lou undercut that when he's about to take that to the house. But
Yep.
you won't notice that they're running as many crosses as they are because we're properly defending most of them. But when they get
Yeah.
one of them off on you, it looks a lot worse than it is, and that's what was going on a little
Yeah.
bit last year too.
Here
I
it
think
is
this
right
that
here, right? Here it is.
right
Ah,
there. See that angle
And
he
we caught
took.
us in cover one, and they
Yeah.
went back to it.
Got us in cover one.
Let me
Exactly.
see.
They had
Watch
it.
it from
They
this
just
angle.
did it the play right before it. They tried
Yep.
it just now, right before that. Then they got the same look, but this time they
Here
ran
it
it
is.
instead of with Cobb. They run it with Garrett and Garrett Wilson, and they got this one off because of that.
Nobody. It's weird that nobody got home on that one. Was it a third down or something? And we were just trying to little gasp right there.
I don't even remember what down and distance we was on. I think it might have been third down. Though.
See that there it is right there. That was the one with Cobb, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Cobb they tried.
They're gonna run it again, y'all. This is Cobb seeing inside the slot on a down and out distance. I don't know. And yeah, he wins off of it, and he can better get there. Look at that closing speed by 2. He got there.
Jordan back.
And I'm gonna really look into this play. Let me look into this play now. All right. It's first and 10. Okay. Okay, they caught us with our pants down then, you know. All right.
Pause it right there. Can
let me go back. Yeah, let me go back. All right. Yeah. Let
me
know when you want me to pause it.
As soon as he breaks on that slant.
And Hooker bit too. Watch Hooker first step forward. He thought for sure it was gonna be run.
That right there. Nope. Right as soon as he break. Right here. Boom. Right here. See, they trying to rub Hooker out of there anyway. See that?
Okay.
So this is the reason Hooker took a narrow angle. He trying to undercut this dagger route that's coming right across his face instead of widening out. Like if he stays wide and just runs exactly where his face is pointed right now, he cuts this off easy. But he's going to step inside, trying to get underneath this post pattern that's coming across the middle of the field, and that's why he takes such a narrow angle. Watch, boom, go right there. See that? So they ran a little screen. That was just a nice design play by Nathaniel Hackett. You can't hate on that. That was a good play. Well designed. Very well designed.
Yeah.
But that's why Hooker took that false step inside and he couldn't really get his hands on. He couldn't get his hands on Garrett because of that route right there. You see that? Bam. He knows exactly where he's going. We just did the same thing with Tolbert. You know what I mean? He know what he was doing.
I wonder if they're going to give us the end zone view from the other angle.
Yeah, we got it on here. I think they do
one
the 3
angle. Yeah, right here. Right here is better. Right here better. Let me hit pause right quick. Bam. All right, so that's at the top of the you can see Hooker.
Yeah, you see his feet. See right here. Boom. See, 10 is running right at Hooker. Hooker see that, but he know if I run wide the way I'm supposed to, he gonna get chipped anyway. So he try to step under it and then stops his feet trying to step under that. And when he does that, he only can arm tackle from there.
What's your linebacker doing? 55. Shouldn't he be backpedaling into this? Let me see.
They sent him for ice cream. He said he was gonna go get some ice cream.
Should he backpedal in the sink? They say backpedal into the hole. Why does he turn his back into the hole? Unless that play was just too fast.
That's our coverage linebacker. That's our coverage linebacker right there.
Backpedal. Backpedal. He flipped.
I don't know where he was going. Oh, he was trying to match up underneath that post, but he just
that man was already gone.
Yeah, I think he just does that because what he should have did, like you said, just back up and look at the quarterback. You already know it's over for you. Just don't take your eyes off him now. He keeps his eyes up, and he might get in the throwing lane of this
or tip it, like Fred Warner.
The sauce on that one for sure.
Yeah. So I ain't picking at LV, y'all.
I mean,
what I'm saying?
It's on film. It ain't you picking on yourself. You put it on film.
He put it on film.
We on film right now. If I say something wrong, somebody gonna pick on me. You know what I mean?
Now he did it now. He got technique now.
It's on film, man. But yeah, they put Bell up. I think that's why you didn't see a lot of Clark. I think Bell is actually out there doing a lot of the things that they were asking Clark to do, and he's a little faster doing it. See that? Boom. Yeah, that's Bell in there doing damage.
Oh, okay. So that's why Clark was out. Bell got the nod.
After the first half, a lot of those QB runs, I think Clark was whiffing on a lot of these runs. When you'll see, if we get that,
I can tell you though. I can tell you, Coach got on his ass. Watch LVE now. Since then, watch what he do. Look at the stance and watch how he get into that hook. Watch this, y'all. Watch how he go. Yes. Coach got into him. I guarantee you, Coach got into him. Like, what you turning your back to the offense?
What the hell is you doing?
What you doing, man? Look, watch your stance now. He keep his eyes on the court. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. I already know, man.
LV a funny boy, man.
He says, "Why not allow you pick on Gallup? Gallup is you want to
He's not
break
looking
down
at.
Gallup, Koye? What's going on with
I
Gallup,
mean,
man?
there go that hit
It's
right
good hit.
there. Hold on.
There go the hit. Hold on.
There you
Yeah,
go,
see, we
LV.
ain't
He
figured
did
out.
get cursed out,
Yeah.
Law. They cursing him out in the green dot. He's like, you mull up, you run.
Yeah, watch. You
That's
want
how
to
you
talk?
drive.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to see
And he
right
was
there.
nice to him too,
Yeah,
because he
kick
could
his
have killed
legs
him.
out the way. Yeah, it was nice.
Watch him again. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on, watch him again, y'all.
This is beautiful. This is the first time I seen LV do that, and he still hesitated too. He could have broke that whole joint up. He ain't
could have
hesitate.
picked it off. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that would
saying?
have been
Let me
him.
rewind one more time.
Yeah, he had
If he
that.
trusts his eyes, he
He
watched
put
the
his foot in the
quarterback.
ground. It was. I mean,
Yeah,
he got
yeah, I get that.
LV is playing to not be wrong instead of just trusting himself. He's like trying not to be wrong so bad. You know what I mean? Like a salesman with commission breath. You know what I mean? He's trying so hard. Now look, see that little
Hey.
stutter? He had it. He sees it. Ain't nothing else to look at. Once you commit there, what the quarterback gonna pick the ball up and go somewhere else with it? He ain't got
Right.
time to do all that. So
Yep.
once you see that he's committed somewhere with his
And-
eyes, like right
And
there,
he got leverage.
go.
He got 14 right there. Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, dang.
He hesitated on that. He could have took that to the house.
God
Just go.
damn.
Yeah, he said, God damn.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's all
LBE
right.
hit him though.
Yeah, he do his thing, man. He funny boy, man. He's a funny boy.
Mm.
I ain't as mad at him. I ain't as mad at him as I usually am, because I think the rest of this defense makes him, kind of a guy that we don't have to worry about as much. But when he was the Wolf Hunter focal point, and they tried to put him out there like he was that guy, he was getting abused, man. And now he's just a piece, he's just a piece to the defense and not the defense. So I like this LV a lot better than the one we were relying on.
Right, to beat it, to beat that
he's
dude.
not that guy that you can build a defense around at all.
Yes,
look at Oso on this one too, man.
Okay, let me look at them. They're gonna give us another view. Let me move us off of it. Yeah, let's see what we got.
Here, right here, boom. Watch Osa and watch Chauncey and Osa. But who's spying here? Nobody.
We pushed everybody back.
Yeah, Osa just caved that whole line in, man. He did his thing.
Are you preluding into the fact that you finna do an Osa piece?
Osa he got enough film now for me to really start talking about what's going on.
He worked 60. He just couldn't get off of
him, man.
Yeah.
Osa deserved one. I got to do an Osa piece. I haven't done one yet.
Yes, indeed.
I haven't done one yet on him, but he deserved one for sure. I got him because I was impressed by this game. I was like, Osa's game in this season period has just been on a different level. He was good before, but Osa's definitely turning the corner.
How you get to the edge? That's 14 right there.
That was beautiful again by Bell, man. Bell is showing that if you can keep him clean, he ain't much at shedding no blocks. He gonna run around the block. But if you keep him clean, nobody put their hands on him. He has safety in the box for real, man. He gonna get to the ball. I like Bell a lot. I liked it when we got him, but I still need to see him shedding blocks, and he don't have to.
I can still see this team next year drafting a linebacker real early though.
I mean, at this point, you got to think about it. Overshawn not going to be back to full strength next year, so you kind of got to at this point, because they're going to try to put that conversation to bed. So if your scouts are saying, just like we drafted Mozzie because we needed depth at that position just to shore it up, we're going to draft the linebacker just to shore it up. And if linebackers are deep in this draft, I think even if we don't go get one early, we're going to be looking at them for sure. We're going to be looking at linebackers.
Yeah, no doubt,
I think
man.
LVE, they know LVE is a placeholder. They just haven't found a piece that is, that stole the show. You can see guys like Thomas, right, still in the show at safety. You can see
that's that play. That's that play. LV, he saw it. Look. We gonna rewind, and we're not picking at him.
Just change direction.
My guy LVE cousin in the chat about, hey man, pick on Gallup now. Pick on Gallup now. It's not this play. But watch, you gonna play hotchkotch on the next one. Yeah. Jeez, we kind of like a Roquan Smith away, baby. Hey, come on, man.
We get a solid middle linebacker that wants the job. Like these guys, I think Overshawn wanted the job. He was playing like he wanted the job. He would have took this job. I think so. Let's see.
Yeah.
He still at least he tackled him.
Yeah, he tackled him though. He got him though. He got him.
You got Zach Wilson looking like he Michael Vick out there though. LV, he's supposed to be, ain't he a 4'5", 4'6" guy? Come on, man.
Back in the days, I don't know, man.
LV, he more
Older
like
day.
4'9" now. You think LV?
Yeah,
Like
well,
4'9"?
like,
Look at that. Where
there
you
you go.
going anyway? Where was you going? Look at the go back to that. Watch,
I'm go
watch
back
the
to the
quarterback's eyes. And this is what I mean. If you playing zone as a linebacker, right? All you got to do is go where he's looking. He ain't look over there. Watch this.
all right, damn, I went too far back. Well, it's okay. We watch. Here it
Yeah,
is, right here. Yep, it is. What's it? What
watch
down
this.
and out? Go ahead.
So he gonna run to the flat route, right? But
Mm-hmm.
one, I know you spying because that's what ain't nothing else going on there. You ain't manned up, so I'm not sure where he was going. Like, why did you even take this false up? Let me look at the coverage, see what they.
Line
They ain't
running.
manned though. Oh, he
Okay.
was
Okay.
manned up
To
on
be
the.
fair,
Oh,
he got
he was
the
right.
running back flat
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah,
Hook
but
the
but
flat
the quarterback on this one, just common sense. The quarterback is not going to run and then turn and throw behind him at the running
across
back.
his body.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Like right here, common sense just settles in. Like watch it. Let your guy
Yeah.
cut your guy loose and go get the quarterback right here. Watch it.
Yeah. Let me see.
Now he was his assignment was running
32.
back,
Yeah. Yeah. I
but
give him a
yeah,
pass. I give him a pass.
you
My
got
bad, LVE. I didn't see 30. 32 must be kind of like Deuce Vaughn height.
I don't know, maybe because he looks small.
That joke was
He look,
small, man.
he do look like a little
Just
joker.
a small man. How tall is 32, y'all in the chat? I know y'all know, man.
Somebody know, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let me watch it again from this angle. He got hooked to flat response. So okay, so yeah, that's why he did the
Yeah,
hezzy.
yeah, he
Okay.
hesitated.
My
Yeah,
bad,
I thought
y'all.
he was
See,
in
I'm
zone on
wrong,
that,
man.
but everybody was in man, so he was right. Yeah, I thought he was in zone. If he was in zone, I was going to grind him up because all you got to do is look at his eyes and just go with the quarterback on that one. You know,
Somebody said quick hipness.
yeah, he ain't got no hip quickness.
What's wrong
Here
with
they
you?
go again, losing this dude. They losing him like I said, he
They
Michael
say
Vick out there.
that dude is 5'8".
Oh
With
yeah, he
block.
seemed a little like that.
But he's small enough to get small that you can barely see him over the LOS.
Yeah,
So
Westbrook style.
yeah, he's Emmett out there, you know. It's a good run right here by old boy got some god doggone good yards, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Before we get on up out of here, bro. Next game, we gonna have our hands full because Dobbs, he played us last year. He's with the Titans, right? Last year, and now he's with the Cardinals. He got wheels. He can run.
He can really run.
And one of the kryptonites on Dan Quinn's team, the defensive caller, is the running quarterback. So we did a good job.
We got the running
Jones.
quarterback on the practice team that we need to start, using on that scout team, and that's Trey Lance. Like Trey Lance should be helping these guys get more acclimated to playing against running quarterbacks, and it's not going to take effect this early. But I think by mid-season we won't have this problem because you got a guy like Trey Lance. Like I'll just like for me, I think that he looked at Wilson like a guy that's not going to beat you on the ground. And I'm like, he like, look, if you gonna beat us, if you're gonna do this every drive, we welcome it. Let's go. Because you ain't got no extra quarterback. So if you want to keep running your quarterback at us, keep doing it. But when you're going up against a quarterback that is a natural runner, I think he's going to game plan that in. He didn't game plan to stop Zach Wilson on the ground.
Zach Wilson at all.
I mean?
So we're gonna have the game plan to stop Joshua Dobbs, though.
Right. We know that that's what you got to stop when it comes to Dobbs.
Damn.
But I don't think he was looking at Zach Wilson like if we don't stop Zach Wilson on the ground, we in trouble. That's like looking at like a Aaron Rodgers type and saying you need to stop him on the ground. Like, no, that's not
no
his
doubt,
style.
Man.
He's not a running quarterback.
No doubt, man. Hey, man, it's a pleasure, man. We're gonna try to continue to do these, bro. And especially on Monday. I know we're getting ready for Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
fun, I like doing these because it's still like I'm still excited. So, and we get it with no time. So I'm watching this just as excited as everybody else because it's the first time I get a chance to look at the film today. So it's I love these, man. I love these.
Yes, indeed, man. So I'm gonna be up, man, going over some film and chopping it up myself. And what pieces that you got working on? I know you're gonna release that piece that we just went over, but what pieces?
What we just did, I'm gonna work on the defense too. So I haven't started the defense yet. I'll get that done tonight, and then I'm digging into the Arizona film as well. And I'm working on a big piece for the quarterbacks, man, because what finesse 2 times say is cool when they do it.
It's a problem
when I do it.
Yeah.
That's how Dak is saying right now because I'm like, QBR number 1. Is he? Is he
Mm.
number one QBR?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one QBR. He's
Is it?
right above Purdy. You know what I'm
Did it
saying?
say Dak or did it say Dakota? Dakota up there. I don't.
It says
Is he?
Dakota, Rain Dakota Prescott. He's up there. Dak Prescott. And here's my take on Brock Purdy. Here's my take on Brock Purdy. This will be the first time, like when we see him, he see the same team twice. He have yet to play the same team twice, I believe. You know, so outside
Well,
of the Rams, they played the Rams this past week. So
Purdy.
I'm gonna do some
Purdy is
tape
pretty
study.
good. Purdy's good, man. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it the same way I look at Hurts, the same
Right?
way I look at Purdy. I think they're good up and coming quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But we have a tendency to crown quarterbacks as fans because those guys get off on you in the first season. Everyone knows. We saw it with Dak.
Yeah.
Everybody, the reason I'm even here is because we crowned Dak after his first season, right? And
Yeah.
what did we say? Once you get film on these guys, they have
Mm.
to up their game. You really
Okay.
realize who they are. Look at Justin Fields right now. Look at the fact that we got Trey Lance right now. You know what I'm saying? Like once you have film out there on what a guy's tendencies are, and a defensive coordinator can get an understanding for what you like and don't like, then I can understand how smart you
Yeah.
are and how good you are as a quarterback because you are now having a game plan yourself, or
Yeah.
kind of like run a game plan against yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
understand based off my own film, this is how they're going to attack me. So this is what I need to be ready for, and this is how I counter that. That's something that is nuanced that a lot of quarterbacks don't have in their game. Some
Right.
do at a young age, like guys like Burrow, guys
Right.
like Mahomes. I see Herbert. Herbert has some game to him, but when you look at the Josh Allens of the world, the Justin Fields, and
Yeah.
even Hurts, these guys are going to have trouble because the film is caught up to them. And we're going to find out if you relying on your athleticism over your IQ. And athleticism fades just like everything else in this game. But if you got a high IQ, you can play for a long time at the QB position. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna be relentless and no mercy with this one because I was nice to those guys when I was breaking down the other quarterbacks before. Man, I'm
You was
like, hey
nice.
man,
You was.
I'm just being because I'm trying to remain as non-biased as possible. But they kicking the hive on that one, man. Like they keep coming at like even now they still don't
Right.
want to say it. They're like this defense is carrying Dak. I'm like, okay.
Well.
Dak not turning the ball over, putting his
Right.
defense in no horrible position. They say, oh, Dak on Shannon Sharp says Dak only accounted for 14 points. But I thought it was the scoring drive. I thought when
Yeah.
Tom Brady went down the field or Peyton Manning drove his team down the field and they just scored with Edgerrin James or
Right.
Corey Dillon, I thought that was a scoring drive. I thought
Yeah.
that's what you're doing. It wasn't like the running back took the ball to the house 80 yards. That's when you say the running back.
Hey, look at this play right here before we rock. I think that if he got his legs free, that would have been a tub to 13 on the corner right here.
Oh, yeah. They covered this well on the front. I saw this.
Right. Yeah. And then
covered this well on the front end. But then when they cut this back right there, boom.
Right here, right there.
He passed interference 13 on that one too. They
he did bump them up off of there.
Yeah,
you can see it better from this angle.
See that
13, that 13 would have had his tub. Yup.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good play right there.
Yeah,
and I believe off this series, I think we still score, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because of the PI. Watch this one right here. I know we got to go, but I think they're gonna call a PI on this. We're gonna get right down inside, and I haven't did my analysis on it all the way because I only see
Luke on this drive.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, because we get the PI right there, and then Luke Schoonmaker. Yep, he scored right here. Yeah, Luke scored right there.
Bam. Yeah, scores.
And then look at
40 ounce.
Look at 40 Dak on it. Dak getting blown up on a lot of these throws. Nobody gives him credit for that. He's standing right in there, staring down. Look, he's staring down the pressure. Boom, taking the hit, still delivering good throws. He did that on that Turpin play. He did that a couple times. Dude hit him in his legs too, man. Like Dak was getting blown up. He was getting blown up.
Big boy.
Just eating that, man.
And there's 2-point conversion right here. There's 2-point. He scores off of this one. 89-13 personnel. Yeah. Look at 40 ounce. Look at 40 ounce taking some bruises up in there. He gets up flexing. That's what I like.
When he know where he's going, it's going to be a problem. Steve Post said today is a great day to live in Philly and be a Cowboys fan. Parsons King of New York. Facts, it is, man. Yeah, just enjoy that air, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Cowboy fans out there, man. I'm one of them, so I understand. Definitely feel good. When you know how you know it's a good one.
How you
Philly
know?
fans don't never shut up, man. Never. I don't hear nothing. Nobody saying nothing. They don't even want to talk trash about the competition because they know they got to play these guys too.
Oh
So
yeah,
they don't even want to talk trash about. I seen Brunson say, we gonna act like he played somebody special, but I'm like, hey, neither one of these teams. The Giants came back this week and played like they supposed to play, and won. And then the Jets last week beat the division champs last year, Buffalo Bills. They beat Josh Allen and made
ain't
Josh Allen look
no
like we
way.
made Zach Wilson look. So this ain't no slouch team.
When
This
do
ain't
they
no
play the Jets though? Somebody help me out because if they play the Jets next week or down the stretch, ain't no way they beating the Jets.
Oh
Not
yeah,
this
yeah.
defense.
The Jets healthy. We kind of banged them up though. We hurt
Yeah,
Adams and we hurt Quincy Williams too. So we was banging them up. He was tearing them up. But yeah, I don't think they beat a healthy Jets either. Not the way they play. I
no,
don't
no,
think they
no,
beat
no
them.
way. Ain't no
Yeah, I don't
way.
think they beat
Especially how my guy he could barely throw the ball against the Vikings. We put 40 points on the Vikings, 40-3. Them brothers scraped through the Vikings. They barely scaped through them Vikings,
them.
man. Yeah,
Really.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really, the way this offense is playing, Dak don't have to be the Dak of old because we not playing close games or tight games like we was before.
No doubt.
Dak used to have to
No doubt.
win it in the fourth quarter for us or do something crazy for, and that's what's making him so erratic. Before Dak don't got to do none of that. He don't got to do none of that. All he got to do is do what he doing right here. Make these quick throws. A lot of these quick possession throws. A lot of these throws because it's Texas coast. A lot of them serve as running plays. You already know they short
Yep.
passes that he gets out of his hands quick. But those clear out routes on the deep stuff is even crazier. So even when he does want to go deep, he getting a good look at it. So
Yeah.
you can see why, and nobody want to give McCarthy his credit, but you
Nobody.
can see why McCarthy is a developer of receivers and a developer of quarterbacks because he has a quarterback friendly and receiver friendly offense. Very QB receiver friendly. He makes
Yes,
it so that if
indeed.
you're a number one guy, he can get anybody open. If CeeDee Lamb wasn't the guy, our guy on this play, on this on this in this game, he wasn't game playing, or if he wasn't playing for some reason, he could have put Tolbert in those same positions. I'm not saying Tolbert would have went across the middle and made
Right.
some catches that CD was making, but he can game plan for a guy and find ways to get him wide open and get him the ball in stride and able to turn and go. Like he's done that everywhere he's been. He made Aaron Brooks look good when Aaron Brooks was in the league. So Mike McCarthy needs his credit for developing quarterbacks. And if his history it says anything, if you take Aaron Brooks and make him an above average quarterback, and he was going out the league 2 years after McCarthy left him alone, he was gone 2 years.
This that play I actually was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
We didn't got to it.
Yeah,
My guy
that's
on the
what I was
speed
saying.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
He had a hole right there. He had the
Yeah, he
touchdown
just
right
stopped
there.
his feet and go up, cut up the field earlier. He
A
was trying
whole
to widen
toe.
out on that. He shouldn't have. But
Hey, y'all,
yeah,
watch this. Here you go, right here. Yeah.
boom. Stuff like
Right.
this though. This is the stuff that create
Mhm.
the Kelseys of the world and so on. Those athletic big tight ends, man. He know how to use them.
And
Right
Dak,
there, I
Dak,
know
if
he
Dak
want
would have
that
put a
one
little,
back.
if he just
Yeah,
softened in there. Look,
yeah, he want that
he
one
don't
back.
have to hit the receiver. He got to throw it to the pylon, don't you? On a
Yep,
fade, what throw it to
yep,
the spot. He was trying to
yep,
throw it to him.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So man, that's just how that goes, man. Okoye, man, tell people where to find and follow you at, bro.
Oh yeah, AKOYE Media. So that's AKO. Shout out to my AKs out there too. AKOYE Media on YouTube, and you can find me on Twitter. On Twitter, don't expect me to be so cerebral. I'm more of a fan on Twitter. I talk my trash there, and on IG, I'm more like a tinfoil hat guy. So
Yeah.
and I'm funny. So if you want to just see some more sides of me, you follow me there. But for the football and boxing,
Mhm.
you definitely want to catch me here. And also shout out to YSM Sports Media as well, where a
Right.
lot of my boxing content is as well. So I appreciate it, man. Like I said, this ride has been fun, man, so far. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yes, indeed. You got a super chat. It says, "What has Kellen added to change to the Chargers offense?" Well,
He added the same effect. The Chargers got Khalil Mack, they got Derwin James, they got Asante Samuels Jr. They got all kinds of playmakers on that defense, don't they?
they
But they
do.
don't look. They can't stop a.
No
They can't stop a
complimentary.
leak, man. Can't stop nothing. So it's the same thing. You tiring your guys out, getting up early, not taking any time off the clock, but scoring a hell of a lot. And that's what you saw the last 2 weeks. They scoring fast. They're getting up
Yeah.
fast, but they
Yeah.
can't keep the lead because it's a lot of 3 and outs after that. You're
Time
not
of
sustaining
possession,
drives.
I think at the time of possession they had was like 27 to the opposing team, the Titans 36 or something like that. Time of
And that's
possession.
what we're
Yeah.
used to. That's
That's
what
what
we
you
used to. He will run the ball, but he's a big play oriented. With his running gun. Think Steve Spurrier Jr. That's what Kellen
Right.
Moore is. He's a Steve Spurrier type of guy. For those of you who know Steve Spurrier is, he can light the scoreboard up, you know,
Yep.
but he's going to wear your defense down, you know.
Number one rushing team in the league, by the way. Hey, I can die a happy man now, man. I posted a clip from a Kyle Hurd show.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy Johnson retweeted it. I said, man, hey, go to my Twitter page, y'all. Check it out.
I'm about to
Hey, he broke down the reason why the complementary football will work and how Mike McCarthy and his system and scheme, his purpose will absolutely work as well. So I'm sitting here like, I looked down, I said, Jimmy Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Like Spanky Robinson. Oh, Jimmy Johnson. Oh my goodness. He retweeted. Right. I said, yeah, man, I'd have made it now. Now all he got to do is just follow me now, you know. Right. And I said, Jimmy, I'm your man.
It make you feel good, right? I felt the same. Good, when Dez added me, I was like, oh, then when he followed me, I was like, great. But great. Just after that.
Yes, indeed. Dez know who you are, by the way. You know, yeah.
My brother ran into him in Vegas 2 years ago, year ago, something like that. My brother ran into him in Vegas and asked him, he's like, yeah, you know, AKOYE. He said, yeah, he took a picture with him. He knew I was. So yeah, I like that, man. That show that you doing your work when guys like that are watching and pay attention to what you're doing. So like I said, nobody deserves that more than you, man.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all be sure, subscribe, sharing is caring, and also hit the notification bell. We gonna try to do this every Monday if the Lord allows, and we're gonna give you guys the unbelievable coverage the best way possible. DC for life, not for sure. Let's go, man. That's AKOYE Media, man. Peace out. We up out of here. Salute.
Peace.